Let's face it, your resume has but only one purpose in life, and that's to get you the interview. So if you're not getting interviews, your generic resume may be the problem. Let's dig into this on Career Growth Made Easy, served up next. I was an engineer and in 2008 lost my job due to the economic collapse. Jobs were scarce. I didn't know where to turn to get help updating my resume. Online services and coaches charge hundreds, even thousands of dollars. I took matters into my own hands and learned how to craft interview-winning resumes. Shortly later, I landed a job with a Fortune 500 company. I've helped many achieve similar success. Now I share my tips to create interview-winning resumes, interviewing excellence, and high-performance growth strategies on my podcast, Career Growth Made Easy. Welcome back to the Career Growth Made Easy podcast. I'm your host, Craig Ansell. It's an honor to be with you as we're into the 200-plus episode marker of this show. I hope you're enjoying it, and I'd love to get some feedback from you and reviews on whatever podcast player platform you're using. Thanks. Today, we're talking about your resume. It has a single absolute purpose in life. Can you hear the accent in my voice? And its sole job is to get you an interview. So, hence today's show title. If you're not getting interviews, your generic resume may be to blame. Now, hold up, Coach Craig. This is the first time I'm listening to you on your new podcast. And you know what? I just found you. Why do you think I have a generic resume? Well, maybe you do, maybe you don't. We're going to talk about exactly what a generic resume is and some ways you can improve it. The point being, it's the sole mission of your resume is to get you the interview, right? Now, it's true. You might have a network, which is fantastic. It's true. You might apply with a job application, right? Kind of redundant there, apply job application. And that's how the hiring company will first hear about you. But more times than not, given my experience and talking with hiring companies literally all over the world, most job applications, whether in person, which is rare, or online through a cloud service, the web, almost always ask for, if not strongly suggest or even require, a resume. Dun, dun, dun. There it is. So the question now comes, do you have a resume? If so, do you know where it is? Now that you've checked those boxes, yeah, of course I know where it is, Coach Craig. I've got it. Okay, a little interaction there, right? Now, how old is it? Ooh. Now, did you build it 5 or 10 years ago? No problem. Are you keeping up? Putting tweaks in? Updates? Are you updating it, say, on a regular basis, your birthday, a work anniversary, a certain holiday where you're off for an extra day of the week? Nobody wants to go, oh, look, a 3-day holiday weekend. I can't wait. Let me go work on my resume. I get it. It is not the favorite topic. But if I changed it and said, hey, wouldn't you like to get more interviews for higher paying jobs? Of course. That's why I titled the show, If You're Not Getting Interviews. I wanted to tempt you into this show because your resume is likely one of the greatest impacts in decision-making when it comes to selecting a candidate for a potential interview or not. Now, I'm going to talk to you about what a generic resume is in a moment, but I'm going to also tell you this. I'm going to also tell you this. Hiring companies have told me straight up to my face, Craig, we can see generic resumes coming a mile away. So I did what you might wonder. So what? They spot that, right? And what does that mean? What's the outcome? I went ahead and asked, just for clarity's sake between you and I, all right? I said, so tell me, when you see a generic resume, Greg, of course we're not going to take the time to review them. And of course we're not going to interview them as well either, select them for the candidate pool. We're not going to review the resume, and nor are we going to spend any time for that candidate. Well, okay, do you want to tell me why? Sure. If the candidate didn't take any time to specialize, to customize the resume for us, then we're not going to take any time to review their resume or talk to them. Ouch, it's that simple. Okay? When you use a generic resume, you are talking at a company. You're not talking to them. Imagine you walked into a room, whether your friends are there or not, or some friends and some new people that you're unfamiliar with, some strangers, and you just started walking in while there's a general conversation going on at whatever volume level. You match that volume level, quiet, calm, respectful, or there's like a louder party going on and people are talking, kind of joking, and you just walked in with, "Hey, I'm here. My name's Craig. Thanks a lot, guys. How are you?" People might look at you. They might hear you over the, same volume level. Maybe you're a little bit higher than that volume level, but you're not going to grab that much attention and hold it. And that's the problem with your resume. Using a generic resume, again, talks at a company, not to them. People want to be talked to. When I say a company, I mean the people that represent the company, the hiring managers, the recruiters, the human resource professionals. This is their job, or these are their jobs, to review resumes and make decisions on who's going to potentially be in the interview pool and who isn't. So now that we've gotten this far to prove that point, okay, now that we've done that, what is a generic resume? It's one in the old days where you'd create it, you'd check the box and go, "Oh, thank God it's over, that painful effort. I finally got my name, my contact info. I recently moved. I updated that. Oh, let me check and make sure the right phone number's on there. Did I spell my email address right?" All these things are critical. You've finally done that. And then you check the box. And this is a key I'm trying to get to point across to you. You check the box, the resume's done. Here's the thing. It's a single resume, a single version, a single copy. Now, in the old days, you put it in the copier, press 10, 20, 30, 50 copies, and you Xerox, or you copy them over. I'm using some older wording technology. Yes, I've been around in the career field for quite a long time, all right? But that also tells you I have some significant experience to share with you, some pearls of wisdom, as we say. Now, if you're not copying physically, then you're simply saving that file on your computer and uploading to the cloud, whether it's a website or to some type of inbox, whatever it is. The point is you're using the same resume over and over. It's generic. Face it. You might think this really strongly represents me. It may not. But have you ever gotten junk mail, whether it's physical mail in the old days, some of us still get that stuff, or it's junk email or junk texts, to whom it may concern, or, "Hey, we know that you're looking for a," boom. It's almost an instant delete, an instant discard, an instant block, whether it's a phone call, an email, a voicemail, literally physical mail, right? Called snail mail because it takes so long to deliver versus the instantaneous stuff we have today. So I'm trying to impress upon you that generic is not good. In most cases, it's not going to get you any interviews. And with some clients recently, though, I'll tell you, it did get them a couple interviews. So why would I say that? Why would I tip my hand? Well, here's the kicker. They told me before working with me that generic resume, maybe if they sent out 80, even 100 copies, right, or, uploads, they got 3-4 responses at best, and most of them were spam. They were generic, I think in some cases multi-level marketing or multi-level sales, where you even had to purchase products and services. They got you all excited and energized, and then you had to carry this inventory and sell it and attract clients. You're looking for work. You don't want to spend money on something you've never heard of that's not proven and that's not tried and true. You're looking for a job so you can provide value, hopefully, and earn a good living at it. So you have to be careful with those resumes that are not focused on companies. Now, how do you get there? How do you move from generic to customized? I know it sounds so daunting, but here's the kicker. If you truly have a strong resume, you've taken the time to work on, your contact information proudly displayed, hopefully at the top of every page if you have a multi-page resume, and you have good structure, good content, good framing, then you're right. It's appealing to the eye. The question's then going to be, what content can you specifically modify on it for each job posting that you're applying for? Now, I'll give a really simple example. I sadly found out the other day that a company that's been with us, or a fast food restaurant that's been with us for years and years, and many of you may know this today, Taco Bell. We just had another one shut down, right? And it's being deconstructed as we speak. They're going through the demo. I don't know if the chain is going down. I don't know if it was a bad location for business. Where I live in Central Florida, it's been here for, 5-10 years or more. So just one day to see it being deconstructed, kind of demolished was, concerning, but I'll get over it. So talking about restaurants, fast food, there's been a long time rivalry, and it's McDonald's and Burger King, okay? Now, have I lost my mind, Career Coach Craig? No, I haven't. Bear with me, okay? If you are going to apply for those jobs and we make up a fictitious position that opened, what would you say? Would you send the same generic resume to both? You could. It depends on how important the job application is to you, how important the job is, and how much you want a job with each specific company. But is there something you know about McDonald's, just to prove my point here to help you? Is there something you know about McDonald's that is different, worlds apart from Burger King, and the opposite, vice versa, right? For McDonald's, what do we think of? The golden arches. What does that recall? Oh, those golden French fries. And what else? They're known for their play centers, their play places with kids. It's a fun, safe environment. So that's one aspect of it. And they're home of what? The Big Mac, okay? What about Burger King? What are they home to? Anybody remember? Do you remember? It's the Whopper for one. Okay, it's their huge, like their big quarter pounder type thing that McDonald's has, but Whopper's like the Burger King trademark. But there's something special, and it's not their play area. They're not directly in competition there. Do you remember specifically what it is for Burger King? Give you a hint. Has to do with flames. Flame broiled burgers. That was their big claim to fame. So that's a big way that those two restaurants differentiate themselves. And again, have I lost my mind? No, it's a simple thing that we can all reference. Whether you're entry level coming into the market or you've been around for a while, these restaurants have been with all of us, right? And depending on where you live in the country or in a different part of the world, you'll have your own restaurants. Like up north, we had Jack in the Box. That was kind of an equivalent of fast food. Down here in Florida, again, McDonald's, Burger King, although Burger King's not seen as much business. Apparently that Taco Bell's gone away. And again, I don't know if the chain is or not. But think about that. As funny and silly as it is, remember that. Remember this podcast. Try to make your resume specific, even with just a few points about why you're looking for that position. You want to be part of a company that serves flame-broiled products. You're really into barbecuing. You like outdoor cooking. That'd be awesome connection. So put some of that on your resume wherever it belongs. For McDonald's, if you like family environments, maybe you volunteered, maybe you served in family environments, your church, the community, book club, the library. Connect with the companies. That's what I'm trying to say. Talk to them. Don't talk at them. Now, this was a simple example talking about two fast food restaurants, and I did it for fun just so we could all kind of connect with it, regardless of our walk of life and how long we've been in our professional careers and jobs. But think about it on the big picture. When you're applying for these large corporations, how can you differentiate yourself? The corporations have been around for tens of years, hundreds in some cases. Plenty of data out there for you to search. You just have to decide if you're going to be lazy about it or if you're going to take that extra step, go that extra mile, do the research, read the job description, connect with them on some level with your resume. That's all I'm suggesting. That's what takes a generic resume and makes it custom. Hopefully today's show, if you're not getting interviews, your generic resume may be to blame, has piqued some curiosity and interest in you. I'm always open for feedback and comments, as well as accepting your 5-star review if we're worthy. Please, on whatever player you're using, leave a review. I appreciate you very much. Looking forward to having you as a subscriber going forward. And if you have any questions, reach out at Craig Ancel, CraigAncel, social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. And I have 3 releases daily on TikTok, Career Coach Craig. So if you need some motivation, some more information beyond the podcast, try that one out as well. If you have a specific issue you're challenged with, you're not sure what to do, maybe you need a resume review, I stand by to help you as a professional career growth coach. Talk to you soon. Craig Ancel, out. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe to our channel. New episodes every Monday. In the meantime, why don't you follow us on social media at Craig Ansell on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. To book a coaching appointment, download our free guides, or join our email list, check out the links in the description below.